Hello, welcome back to the channel everyone. We are getting started today on building the Madbull RX Memorial, maybe? I am going to start off by thanking CW01 Creations. Go check him out, go and check Peter out please, for making this content possible on the channel. I am going to build this up one step at a time like I normally would. I've never built this chassis before, so anything that I think is interesting or that I think is worth pointing out, I will do it on the way. There are a couple of mods that I'm going to be doing to the instructions, some of which will be easy to understand, one of which I will direct you in the direction of one of Peter's videos, who's going to explain what to do, and we're going to see how it goes. Alright guys, let's get started. I always love the first parts bag of a build because you go, wow, this looks nice and simple. Couple of parts, couple of screws, and step one, charge your battery. Step two, however, is starting to put together the steering system with the tie rods. So I'm going to go ahead and get this step done and probably get the suspension arms mounted up, and we'll see what's different about the DT01 as I go. First cool thing about this buggy is this section here is specifically for the old style nickel metal hydride batteries. They go through there like that. But also I'd imagine the old NiCad ones were in these as well back in the day. And it's specifically made to fit the battery. And it just slides in the back there. Now I'm assuming when the buggy's all built up, the battery is designed, or the weight is designed to be in the back there, which is why that battery pack's in the back, rather than it being in the tub, as it is on the DT03 and DT02, and a lot of other more modern buggies have got the battery sort of mounted in the tub here. But this one goes lengthways across. Sorry, is that lengthways or crossways? Anyway, across the body and in these channels here that are built for it. So it'd be really interesting to see how that improves or hinders the performance of the buggy versus, let's say, the Rising Fighter or the Grasshopper, where the battery is mounted this way in the chassis and then further forward as well. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Now, unlike some kits where you've got to put all the ball connectors on to all the various different parts, the Madbull, or the DT01 should I say, already comes with those ball links already all installed onto the uprights and onto this extension of the steering, the servo saver. So normally that would be on your servo, and this is on this sort of link piece that goes onto these bits in a minute, these tie rods. I'm going to go and get those onto there, and we'll get that mounted up. Step two, already done. So what was really cool is with this little suspension mount at the front, it just clipped on to the chassis there, and then these two screws held it in place. Nothing sophisticated, just nice and simple. Really easy build to start with. Very impressed with how easy this has started to go together, and already the front is already assembled really, apart from the arms going in. And it goes together really neatly. Well done, Tamia. My only advice for step 4 is make sure you pay attention to which side is left and which side is right. Unlike me, we put the left on the right and the right on the left. We've resolved the issue. Now, right, step 5. I'm really impressed with how this is coming together. If you are looking for a Tamiya buggy to get started with in the hobby, you cannot go far wrong with this one. Everything, the quality of it feels great. All the plastics are nice and they feel good, they feel hard, and like they're going to take some, not major bashing, but they feel they can hold up to a good impact. The quality of it feels great. I'm really, really impressed with it. I'm on to step 5, and so far Nothing that would trip anybody up. Maybe, you know, these were a little hard to get on, but with some long nose pliers, they went on fairly easily. Right, on to part bag B and step number 6. Part 6 is gearbox time. These gearboxes are fantastic. They can take a huge amount of stick. So I am going to go ahead and start on step 6, building up the gearbox. And there is one change I'm going to make to this bag. And as I get to it, I'll let you know what it is. Right, let's go and get some grease out and put together this part. First little challenge. Am I the only person who finds those big C-clips harder to put on than the smaller C-clips? I managed to do it without losing any, but it's always a challenge, isn't it? Right, onwards. Step 6 and 7 done. That's putting in the drive shafts into the gearbox. And now I'm going to build up the differential in step 8. Let's go. Back when I built my DT03, that tube of grease was enough for the entire car. Now, I'm now starting to wonder whether I put enough grease in my DT03 because I've used a tube and a half of that and I'm not even fully finished yet. So just for those people who are building a Tamiya kit for the first time, get yourself some more grease. You can buy a little tub like that, like the one there from Core RC, just some, when it finally gets to zoom in, there we go, some multi-purpose lithium grease. That's fine for gearboxes, but definitely get some more because it never hurts to use a bit extra. Right, let's get this gearbox together. Right, step number 10, time to put on the Pinion gear. Now, I am not going to use the one that comes in the kit. These aluminium ones from Tamiya are a little bit like cheese, apparently. And if you use them and you run a higher higher turned motor through the gearbox, you can shred these things to pieces, and then all the bits of it's gone. All the bits of aluminium get into the gearbox, and then can chew up all the other gears. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this with a steel 17-turn Pinion. I've ordered one. It's coming from eBay, from Tony's Tamiya Parts, and I'm hoping it's going to be here in the next couple of days. What I'm going to do is carry on, but not put the motor in yet, and we'll come back and do that afterwards. And going into this one, we've got a torque tuned, brilliant. So that's going to go in, but we'll hold off on putting that on until I get that Pinion, steel Pinion in. Right, so we're going to move on to step 12, which is putting the gearbox onto the chassis. There we go. We've mounted the rear gearbox, put in the extended battery holders through the back there, and the front is all together with the uprights and the shock tower. That is the end of part bag B, of course with no motor, so we'll put that in on the start of the next step. I think that'll do it for today. Thanks ever so much to Pete, CW01 Creations, go check him out. We are enjoying this. As always, please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Please follow the channel, and whatever you're doing, go ahead and enjoy yourself. Thanks ever so much. See you soon. Bye.